Geopogo, augmented reality for design and construction. And we got something really fun for everybody here. We have a prize. There's a brand new Magic Leap 2 AR glasses right here. Who's familiar with Magic Leap? Ooh, come on, there we go. That's the fun one. Let's get this thing started. So I just got back from Chicago, and I went to the Oracle Innovation Labs in Deerfield. And so we just presented the Magic Leap 2 AR glasses for design and construction to Oracle executives and to construction leaders who came in from around the world. And augmented reality is probably one of the most incredible technological advancements we have in the space. Who here is familiar with AR? Raise your hands. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. So you guys know AR has been through a lot of shit. It's not anymore. This is the real deal. And AR that's coming in is getting even better and better. All right, scroll down. So we're a SaaS enterprise company. We sell subscription AR software to the design and construction industry, architecture firms, contractors, BIM visualization managers, commercial developers. They subscribe to our software. They use devices like the Magic Leap, iPhones, iPads, and they can digitally project their 3D models on site. So as you guys know, the global computer design market is $10 billion and it's growing. This is our core team. Dave is here with us today. Dave is an architect from San Francisco. I also am an architectural designer. I've designed for years, about a decade now. And Mac Dean's our technical co-founder. He's the one who's really building and putting in the secret sauce behind the technology we've made. And we are blessed to have 20 team members from UC Berkeley. They're fabulous, and you guys are doing such a beautiful job. Thank you. Keep going. So the problem in the design and construction industry, so what are we solving? Well, I think it's quite obvious. The tools that we have today are not doing the jobs they need to do. The average project's 80% over budget, 20% behind schedule, and construction rework is one of the big killers. This is what's driving up costs. Clients, when they go on site, they go, what is going on? What are you building? And they force changes. This happens everywhere, residential, commercial, construction. And this thing here, who's ever been in an architectural firm? I know you can't see it well, but these are drawings that are marked up after the client meeting. This happens again and again and again. I've worked in architecture firms. We spend weeks and months on this. This needs to end. And then, of course, your budgets go up. Developer freaks out. People get yelled at. People get fired. It's awful. Keep going. And it's because the tools suck. I've presented construction drawings. They do not work. Clients don't know what's going on. Most people in the world don't know what's going on. Renderings. I have learned this because of AR. People can look at a rendering from one fixed point view. They can't look at it from the other. They don't know what's happening, and you can't overlay them in the real world. And then, of course, VR makes people sick. I loved VR when it first came out. And when people started saying, no, it's okay, I got sick from this, I was like, shit, this isn't working. AR, when they put the AR glasses on, nobody gets sick. And they get to see the entire digital projection in front of them. The solution, oh my God, you guys. Okay, press, go all the way down, press play on that button, and then give them the view. There you go, press play. Okay, that's the new Magic Leap 2 AR glasses. Beautiful. New Geopogo user interface. We can digitally project some of the largest BIM models we've ever seen yet to date. This is the American Institute of Architects new space in San Francisco. We digitally projected the entire thing. The AIA used it to raise money. Guess how much they raised? $2 million. They brought in wealthy executives. They put the glasses on them. They walked around. People like, what the? They're going through and they're signing checks. It was fabulous. I have been working in AR for so long that when I saw it, I was like, fuck yes, it works. Next. This isn't me. Up. No, down. Okay, we're going to speed this up here. Okay, so brand new user interface. The Magic Leap 2 glasses gave us some really great opportunities that never existed before in AR. We can project massive BIM models. Could never happen before. Electrical, mechanical, structural. Go down. We're building a brand new user interface system that's incredibly easy to use. Anybody can get into it, and you can filter between all your project workflows. And then, of course, filtering between design phases. We work with construction managers, architectural firms. They want to load all their BIM models and all their BIM detail into it. And so now they can, and they can walk through it. And then finally, the big one, this has not been able to happen before. We can now employ commenting, editing, design collaboration, design review, and of course, editing in real time on site. This has been proven to significantly reduce design time by 1/3. Down. And of course, the beautiful babies right here. When I show you guys, this thing is just spectacular. Down. All right, so we've been in the game for a little bit of time here. We worked with a social media tech company, one of the big ones here. I think you guys can guess who it is. We saved them $250,000 in 1 hour. They took their end users, which are the people that are going to work in the facilities, in AR. They determined the space didn't work. We helped the Sea Ranch, Northern California, win a NIMBY group approval, and of course the AIE raised $1 million or $2 million. We have over 1,200 free users on our app. We have paying customers in 6 continents, and we've completed 18 major projects. 60K in revenue. We have 250K in the pipeline. We're partnered with Oracle, Magic Leap, Autodesk. Patents, we have really great patents, Metaverse Patents. This is for when AR becomes contact lenses. You guys can all imagine Minority Report, we fucking patented it down. And of course, our unfair advantage. We have a first mover advantage in AR. We're Magic Leap's only partner in AEC. We have a head start, a big one. Meta is giving us access to their new AR devices, and we're domain experts. Like I said, Dave and I are architects. This is our big competitor, Visual Live. They got acquired by Unity Technologies, the 3D gaming company. Millions of dollars. The big difference with us, you can design with our platform. We have our own authoring tools. You don't have to rely on Autodesk or other BIM stuff. Geopogo built it all in-house in our own platform. Down. $2 million, 10 cap. We're here to meet with investors. Thank you. And make sure you guys come get a demo. It's really pretty. And respecting your time here. Check these babies out. This is the latest in AR tech. This is the best. And we have it. Come check us out. Thank you, guys.
Judge questions for 4 minutes.
Hi, Mike. Great presentation. Quick question. When you say 60K revenue, is it annual or monthly?
Annual.
Annual.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned you have 1,200 users?
Yes.
So what's the difference between free users and your paid customers? You said you have 6 corporate.
Yeah, the 18 major projects were big commercial developers, AIA and other ones. We have one in Denver. So the free users, the 1,200, are people that have gone on, used the apps, and gone on and viewed the developers' projections.
Is there a plan to convert this?
Oh, yes.
Paid.
Yeah.
Just you mentioned you have editing tools. I'm trying to understand, sorry, if the question sounds too basic. How difficult is that editing tools? Or like is that something extraordinarily difficult? Is it easy? Why does your competitor doesn't have?
I think there's 2 parts to editing tools. So the first one is user interface. It's always user interface. If people can't use it, it's dead. People have to be able to use the tools in less than 2 to 3 minutes. If they don't have a success point, they're done. So that's the first part. Why competitors haven't created it, I haven't talked to them. But I know for us in Geopogo, our plan is to be it's our own ecosystem. It's a Geopogo ecosystem. So you don't have to go just to Autodesk. You don't have to go to BIM. You can work within the Geopogo sphere and never leave it. That's my answer.
So I have a follow-up question to that. So one important part of AR VR is where are the files stored?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the Revit files stored?
2 places. The first one is directly on the device.
Mm-hmm.
Many companies need this. They do not trust the cloud with their secret BIM model information. And then the second one's the cloud, for if they want to put it up there.
So you guys have the capability to store the files in this?
Yes.
Okay.
There's something like 90 gigabytes.
Great.
So do you have any projection of the top line numbers, and how do you plan to use the lending money you want to raise?
So we're putting together the financial projections now. They're aspirations. And so the one thing we put together as a team is we said we want to have $1 million in recurring revenue Q3 of next year. That's our plan. Between the sales pipeline track we have with Magic Leap, we're revenue share partners with them. That's number 1. Number 2, with the money that we raise, talent. I want to bring on great talent into the team. And talent comes into many places. The first one is solidifying the user interface, user controls. That's one of the big ways you build moats, is that you really have a strong, solid user experience. And great user experiences are hard to build, if not near impossible. I know you can have startups and little teams that do great stuff, but if you're really going to go in and own an industry, you need a solid user experience. And that's one of the things that we're putting in. The second one, of course, marketing and media. That's another one. You have to be able to market. You got to look good. Your product's got to look good. The website's got to be hot. That's the second one. And then, of course, you build up sales and marketing. You get a sales pipeline so we can go then to Series A.
Do you guys have a pre-seed? Have you raised a pre-seed?
Nope, this is it. Yep.
Self-funded, bootstrap?
That's it. Yep, probably.
So a couple of questions. One is a follow-up to what David mentioned. You're your own ecosystem. However, you have existing big players, not in the AR space necessarily, but in the design space, the AutoCAD.
Yeah.
What's your strategy there?
Oh, yeah. So it's twofold. The first one is I quickly learned when we were developing that if you're going to go with existing user behavior, don't change it. Don't change what people do. That's very difficult. You got to do it 10 times better than what it's currently done. So we allowed the system and the platform to then import all of the Autodesk models. If the architects and contractors were working with Autodesk, let them use Autodesk. The Geopogo tools are meant to expand the market. Autodesk is incredibly complicated. 3 years. Took me 3 years in class when I was in college. AutoCAD, Revit, 3ds Max, Maya, this stuff is insane. And you're not expanding a market outside of those hyper niche classes like architecture and engineering. Geopogo's tools are meant to open up the market to new users who never touched 3D before. And so that's why we're doing it. So we can open up well beyond just what Autodesk has in Autodesk's market. We can make our own market of 3D users. And there's many players in the space that see this new 3D prosumer world. And we can open that up and do it.
Red flag.
So one last quick question. You mentioned you have customers everywhere, which is great on one side, but to really sell efficiently, you need to focus.
Yeah.
With the money you have, you need to concentrate somewhere.
Yeah.
Where is that concentration? Where are you going to start?
The most beautiful place is right here in the Bay Area. You got some of the largest architecture and construction firms and developers in the world. Right here in Bay Area, San Francisco. Now, people reach out to us. We've gone to New York and Brooklyn. We have a developer in Denver that just came to us. He's doing a 100-acre site. He is up against crazy opposition. And so he came, we just signed the order. We're going to do AR presentations on a 100-acre site, a huge multi-story family, residential units, and we're going to use phones, tablets, and the Magic Leaps to digitally project the entire thing on site for city officials, the public, and for everybody to walk through and see the future of their city. So, I mean, we want to stay localized. If I could get the best people in the world right here, 100%. But people are seeing this, and they're saying, hey, I want this. And we're saying, okay, we will deliver. Now, if it's somewhere like Europe or something, maybe a big budget will suffice.
Thank you. All right, thank you. And that's all the time we have.
Thank you, everybody.